Let's go live. 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 Oh, sorry. Guys, welcome to Tuesday Takeover here on the KEMPIRE YouTube channel. We're also live on the KEMPIRE and KEMPIRE Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter, behind the scenes here on TikTok. Where are you guys watching from? What is the temperature of the city that you're watching from? If you're new to Tuesday Takeover, this is where we cover a variety of pop culture news, reality TV, and reality TV news. I see we have some breaking stories. We got to talk about Andy Cohen. We got to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Are they having a reboot? Are they not having a reboot? There's a lot. There's a lot that we have to talk about. Hey, Rahina, what's going on? What's going on? Can you guys see me and hear me? Hold on, let me just double check. Am I live on YouTube? Look, can you guys hear me? And look, all that good. Woo! Sometimes I start and I don't look down and I'm on mute for like the last 30 seconds. But no, I think you guys can hear me and see me. All right. Danielle, stop telling them I was already live on Twitter. That's between me and Twitter's business. Okay. Right, Twitter? That's between you and I and Twitch. Shout out to you guys watching on there. Who's watching on Twitter? I'll see Danielle was on Twitter. All right. Hey, Mrs. Stacy. Miss Stacy says, I'm on TikTok, but I want to be on YouTube. We're about to be on YouTube, Stacy. Have you made it to YouTube? We're on YouTube now. Stacy, are you there? Stacy, can you hear me? Stacy says, I'm on Twitter. I get confused. I'm going to get on YouTube, but I'll be on both, actually. Stacy, can you hear me? Stacy, can you see me? Let me know, Stacy, in the live chat. All right. Anyways, y'all got me out here humming tunes like I'm on Broadway. I am gay, so it wouldn't be shocking. All right. Happy Tuesday, guys. Why am I so damn hyper? I haven't really even eaten anything yet. You know, I gotta have my little shake. Breaking my fast. All right. Are you guys ready for Tuesday Takeover? Show me some love in the live chat. Show me some love by liking the video. Show me some love by subscribing. Show me some love by subscribing to the podcast, because I just dropped my recap. And no, it's not the recap that I dropped this morning here on YouTube. I did an exclusive podcast recap of Dancing for the Devil. Only on the podcast. So be sure to subscribe to KEMPIRE on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Let's get into Tuesday Takeover, because I'm ready to talk about the good news and I'm talking about the mess. All right? Let's.
Here we go now.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the KEMPIRE channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is our Tuesday Takeover, where we do a mashup of pop culture news and reality television. We'll be talking about Below Deck, 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé UK. Oh, I watched it. I'm addicted. We're also going to talk about some reality TV related news as well. If you haven't already been here before, let us know if this is your first time watching it. If you're part of the replay crew, let us know where you're watching from, and let us know if you're a new subscriber, if this is your first time watching our Tuesday Takeover. Our mods, shout out to our King's Guards, will be keeping track of the timestamps. We'll post the timestamps after the live, okay, or whenever I get to it. I usually try, because Mama Allie's really good about sending immediately after. if I get to it, I have meetings today. Okay, look, I have a lot going on today, but look, we're all here together. Speaking of good news, we always start our Tuesday takeover with some good news. My good news today is I'm alive, I'm breathing. I already had my first meeting of the day, which went very well. I'm looking forward to the rest of the meetings I have today, but I'm more so looking forward to having a conversation with you guys today in regards to all the hot topics that we are going to cover. But it is Pride Month. And yes, we have our Pride merch. We also have our Pride fundraiser. Go check out the last video that we did. If you're watching the replay, it should be along here. Help us get to our goal of $2,500 before the end of the month. Every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. And please understand, YouTube giving 100% of your donation goes to the charity. I love this charity. Last year we did, and previous year we did another charity. This year I'm doing the center because it's a place that I went to as a young gay boy here in New York City from Staten Island, where they, homophobic. So going to Manhattan, being in Manhattan, going to a place where you felt seen and protected was very important. Let's continue their hard work in doing so by supporting them this month for Pride Month. All right. Speaking of Pride Month, don't forget, New York City, I have a live show coming to Green Room 42 on June 21st. June 21st, we will be live in person. Meet and greets are available. All kinds of things are going to happen at this show. And if you haven't gotten your tickets, I wish you luck when we're sold out. Just saying, come on. You got to speak into existence things, I mean, we already had a sold out show there, but let's do it again. But this show, like the other show, won't be the same. Okay, it won't be the same. Every show is so different because we're covering the latest and greatest, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Dubai. And I might drop some tea about Dubai. Like I did at the first one. Don't let me start reading DMs. Oh my gosh, Chloe, that's amazing. I love hearing your good news. So Chloe B says, my team and I won not another Emmy, okay? I love this for us. Your win is our win. Mine is fake, but yours is real. Congrats to all the winners. Congratulations, Chloe. That's amazing. Guys, if you're part of the replay crew, we want to know your good news as well. Bongi, thank you so much for sharing this. Bongi says, my good news is my autistic son is 22 today. He has come a long way. I can only imagine. I don't know if you guys know my story, but I used to work with individuals with autism and developmental disabilities when I first got out of college. Even when I was in college, I was working in that field. So I think that's amazing. Happy birthday to him. Let me know his name so I can say his name, Bongi. All right. And I always think I'm saying your name incorrectly, so please let me know if I'm saying it incorrectly because I would like to say it correctly. All right. Wait. Keena says, drop it, Kemp. Let the reading begin. Nope, I'm going to save it for in person, because you just never know. I'm excited about this New York City show because I'm planning a lot. I'm trying to make something happen. So if you haven't got your tickets and you're going to be in New York City, just saying, come on. Guys, don't forget to let me know your good news. I want to celebrate some of the good news that we see in pop culture. And first of all, speaking of a show that we loved and we are just hoping that it gets renewed to come back and off of pause, okay? Silas and Jasmine are back together. Silas is back from serving the country. Finally, at the end of Summer House Martha's Vineyard, we saw he made it back just in time for the birth of little Silas. And we saw that Jasmine posted that Silas is back home. Sweet, congratulations. I said to you, I felt like that had to be hard for her. This is the first time being a mom. Yes, she has a great support system. First time being a mom, and your partner is away. So, and he technically wasn't there for the birth. He got there like after she had given birth, but still. Yay. Hold on. Can't Be Bothered says, I'm getting my ticket this week. Can't wait. Love it, guys. More information in regards to the KEMPIRE After Dark live tour is available in the description. July, we are in Nashville and Atlanta, so go get your tickets for that as well. Congratulations again to Jasmine, Silas, and baby Silas. Oh, whoa. All right. Other good news that I wanted to celebrate. Simone Biles. Come on. Come on. I love Simone Biles, man. As someone that used to watch gymnastics as a kid, I love. First of all, she wasn't one of the ones that I was following as a kid because, again, she wasn't. She was born, but she was a baby. Come on, shut up. But look at this. Simone Biles not only won her 9th all-around title, she's the only gymnast, not black gymnast, only gymnast, period, in history to win 9 U.S. all-around titles. And honestly, I think, if I'm not wrong, and I don't think that I'm wrong, I believe that she broke her own title, her own record in regards to that, because I believe she held that already last time she won. Congrats, Simone Biles. I cannot wait to see you at the Olympics. That might be the only, that and track and field, probably the only sports that I will be watching during the Olympics. All right. Aw, Heart of Sugar says, morning. I'm a proud mommy. My son was married in the DR last weekend. Aw, love Kelsey and Jay. Congratulations to them. I'm sure it was beautiful. Everybody getting married but me and you. You weren't ready for that. Y'all thought it was gonna be whoa, KEMPIRE. It was more shade towards you. I'm kidding. If you're new here, please understand I'm being facetious. I'm not really being malicious and mean. Or am I? I'm playing. Calm down. Congratulations to Simone Biles. Can't wait for the here's the thing, Simone. Come here, Simone. I am so disappointed that we even had to, we never reported on it, but you saw the drama around her husband saying that he didn't know who she was when he met her. And that caused a whole other, social media conversation. I didn't want to talk about it, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention a little bit about it. He was in attendance. He does know who she is now. She is a GOAT in her field. Matter of fact, honestly, she's not just a GOAT in her field. She's a GOAT in sports. She sets the bar. Some of the moves that she does in gymnastics should be named after her. She always is upping her level of difficulty. Mr. Melanin Magic, go to hell. Mr. Melanin Magic said, did you see Curtis in DR? From Married to Medicine? Dr. Jackie's husband? Oh, Claire, I love that. Claire says, all this good news is really lifting my spirits. See? What's your good news, Claire? I know you have to have some sort of good news. What's your good news? All right. Shout out to the 2 people that disliked this video. Thanks for watching. Anyways, let me look at my notes. So that was some good news. So congratulations to Jasmine and Silas. Congratulations to Simone Biles. Congratulations to all of us that we're still here. Speaking of still here, let's talk about Tisha Campbell and her ex, Duane Martin. I'm just going to leave that alone because it is Pride Month. So you remember Tisha and Duane. They were married for a very long time. You know the rumors. There have been recent rumors. There have been years for rumors and things like that. Well, they've been divorced, okay? And it was I don't want to say it was a messy divorce, but they weren't in the best place financially when they got a divorce, okay? And a lot of people had a reaction because, Bad Boys 4 is coming out. And they had the red carpet, the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. They're still together. I know a lot of you probably thought that they wouldn't be together. They're still going strong and walking red carpets. They are never breaking up. Okay? They showed a united front on that red carpet. They even invited Duane and his new girlfriend. New girlfriend. No, that's not Tisha. That's not Tisha. That's his new girlfriend. They went Instagram official. And everyone had a reaction to Duane, you got a type. And there were certain people, when I reported on this on TikTok, there were certain people that said, she doesn't look like Tisha. She's just light skinned. Please look a little bit closer. Please look a little bit closer, okay? I had to, she doesn't, look, Tisha Campbell doesn't look like she did back in the day. Still looks great. I love me some Tisha Campbell. Sidebar. Have you guys watched Actor Age on Netflix? That's a cute show. But have you watched Uncoupled? That was from the creator of Sex and the City. Neil Patrick something. He's in it. He's actually the star of it. And I watched it on the airplane, I don't know, several months ago. And then I watched it again, not remembering that I watched it already, not reminding myself, oh, I need to go back and watch it. Like the full season. I ended up watching the full season on Paramount Plus. I've heard that it's been canceled, but people keep telling me, oh, it was picked up by Showtime. Showtime is, so when are we getting a new season? Because let me tell you something. Neil Patrick Harris is good in it. Look, elephant brain. Neil Patrick Harris is great in it. However, Tisha Campbell was really good in it. I liked her character in it. I mean, I like her in general as an actress. I don't like her as a singer. I'm still here. No, Tisha, look. I love Tisha as an actress. I didn't think she's a great singer, too. It's just her material. I never like her material. All right? But Tisha, girl, he wanted to get the... did y'all say that? The social media said, this is the Temu version of Tisha. Temu Tisha. See, I don't like that because she has nothing to do with this. This young lady can't help the way that she looks. But we are giving Duane Martin the side eye. The side eye. And we remember what Lisa Ray said about you. Duane. You remember that unsung? Come on, you don't remember what she said? When Lisa Ray said that when Duane Martin, who was a good friend to her, came into her then husband's life, is when her husband started acting up. Oh, she blamed Duane Martin for his philandering ways. I don't know if you can blame another individual for an adult's behavior. However, that's what Lisa Ray said. Which makes me wonder, was he cheating on Tisha? Because if this man came into your husband's life and he was with Tisha and he's a married man and he's good friends with Will Smith. And see. All right. We're going to move on. I'm going to move on. So Duane Martin has a new girlfriend that looks like Tisha Campbell. I wonder if she's as talented and as funny as Tisha Campbell. There's no shade to the young lady, all right? I'm just asking. Part of me, though, wants her to get away. Girl, get away. Is that his house? Let's look. Let's take a closer look to the house. Is that his house, y'all? Because Tisha, she made a little bit of a joke on social media when she divorced him that he took all her money. He living quite well over there. Living quite well over there. Maybe that's her house. All right, we've moved. Can we move on? That wasn't even supposed to be my first story, but look, it's fine. Fine. Oh, I forgot to send myself a photo. Damn it. TikTok, hold on one second. Don't go anywhere, TikTok. I got to send myself a photo because I've been meaning to send myself this photo. Hold on, y'all. I'm still here. Look, still here. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, TikTok. I had to take a little bit of a break. This is a live show. All right. So this is semi-news, semi-good news, depending on who you ask. Depending on who you ask, this might be some good news. Let me see if I can bring this photo over for you guys because I need to know how you feel about this cast. All right. Hold on. Let me bring this over. Okay. Let's talk about this. All right. So, we are big fans of the Traitors, right? Anyone else? I'm a huge fan of the Traitors. So, our friends over on Instagram, Your Moms Are Watching, posted this cast list. And I told you, I've been hearing things from multiple sources about who might be on this cast. All right. I feel like the cast has changed a lot because of a whole situation behind the scenes about people falling out. Not falling out, like dropping out. Like Candace Diller-Bassett apparently was supposed to be a part of it. Kenya Moore was supposed to be a part of this season. I even heard that Teresa Giudice was supposed to be a part of this season. So apparently not. All right. Some of these people I don't know, but a lot of people have been reacting saying there are way too many housewives on the Traitors season 3. And honestly, I'm not surprised because again, this is a Peacock show. NBC Universal owns Peacock. So I'm not surprised. So you can see regular Robin allegedly is a part of this cast. Chanel Ion from the Real Housewives of Dubai is a part of this cast. Dolores, if you look all the way at the bottom, is a part of this cast. Mary Cosby is a part of this cast. Mary Cosby barely wants to do anything, never mind wanting to film Traitors or do any of the activities in Traitors. But maybe that's why they hired her. And then, of course, you have some other reality TV stars that I'm not 100% familiar with, which I prefer. I honestly wish they would go back to what they did in season 1 and what they've done in other international versions, where it's a mix of celebrities or reality stars and regular folks. I know you guys think regular Robin counts as regular folks, but no. Who do you think is going to survive? Who do you think is going to leave first? First, Ciara's gorgeous. I'm not familiar with that much with Ciara from Summer House, but I know who she is. So I don't even know if she's going to be good television. I don't know if she's going to be competitive. So it's almost like she's completely new to me. Chanel Ion, people suspect that she will be gone very quickly. But I think Chanel's not going to be a threat. So very much like a Cynthia Bailey. Has Cynthia done Traitors? She hasn't done Traitors, right? I want to see Cynthia do Traitors once RHOA is done. Maybe her and Kenya can go do it. Kenya was supposed to do it allegedly. But of course, they're in the middle of filming season 16 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This cast is just okay for me. Is that The Rock? Wait, not The Rock. What's his name? Not The Rock. What's his name? That bullheaded guy from Fast and Furious. Oh, not The Rock. It's the other one. I can't remember. You guys will let me know in the chat. Dorinda is going to be on it. I'm not sure how, Dorinda is going to do with those physical challenges. Because even those physical challenges, I'm like, Deborah says Ciara is boring. Oh. But maybe she'll be interesting in this particular venue because it's competitive. You know what I mean? Where you have to, do that kind of thing. It will be interesting to watch. Does this cast get you excited though? Oh, Sevi says Ciara might be a little boring, too normal. But remember, this is a different type of game. This is an actual game. So we might like her. Vin Diesel. Thank you so much, Rahina. I was like, who's the bald guy from Fast and Furious? Vin Diesel. I was like, is that Vin Diesel? Vin Diesel is going to be on the Traitors. Damn, the mighty have fallen. Those checks aren't clearing for Fast and Furious? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. That's not Vin Diesel. Who is that then? I'm assuming he's from like The Challenge or Big Brother or Survivor. I don't know the rest of this cast. But who knows? I might love them. We'll see. So this is the rumored cast. Honestly, it's the cast. Come on. Come on, that's the cast. Honestly, I don't know how much the cast plays a role in me loving the show because I just love the aspect of the idea of the Traitors. So for me, I mean, the cast is important, but I don't know how important it is to me. All right, moving on. So we're going to talk about that. Since we're talking about a reality show, let's talk about a reality show that I don't care about, Below Deck. I'm sorry, Below Deck. And I'm a huge Below Deck fan, but the season was not seasoning. Anyone else? This was not a great season. I'm happy it's over. It wasn't a terrible season. I'm finally caught up. We didn't talk about it last week during Tuesday Takeover, but I did get to see the season finale. I said before, I loved seeing Barbie and Kyle's relationship flourish. And literally at the end, Barbie, this is why I can't stand a Virgo. I'm playing. But I can see how a Virgo and a Taurus work out. And the sexual energy between a Taurus and a Virgo is compatible. It is compatible. So that probably was the best, of her life and his life. But the Virgo was Virgoing by the end of the season because she was triggered by what Zandy said. I mean, did Zandy need to say it? No, she didn't need to say that. Literally, this is the last day, but the season has been a snooze. If we're being honest, the season has been a snooze. So Zandy wanted to stir the pot and and Barbie got really upset. Mind you, she already had like a fight with Kyle and they made peace. And I was like, oh, I thought we were going to end in a peaceful way. It's at least between Kyle and Barbie. And she's like, I love you. Did she really love him? Did she really love him only to turn on him at the end because he didn't defend her? He was drunk. Literally during your argument, his eyes are rolling in the back of his head. Did anyone think to check on Kyle? Did anyone think to check on Kyle? Queen Script says Virgo and Taurus are matched. They are. But they just work my nerve, damn Virgos. I love Virgos though. I tell you I love Virgos, and damn it, at my last New York City show, the Virgos came for me. Oh, damn, Patricia. I'm sorry, Patricia. We have a lot of Virgos that follow the channel, though. I will say that. She says, oh, damn, Kempire, you hurt my Virgo feelings. No, I'm talking about Barbie's version of a Virgo. Because we have to keep in mind, too, not all Virgos are the same because of their moon signs and their rising signs. So not all Virgos are a lot. I'll see. Read with Carrie Lee says, hello, Virgo here. My best is a Taurus. See? Look, when she says, would you put your big you-know-what away? And remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how, shout out to the editors, because they blurred out Kyle's, private area. But they blurred it out in a way where you could see the length and the girth. And I was like, oh, Kyle. So when she said that he's big, I was like, yes, he is. I believe you, girl. But the way she turned on him at the end because he didn't defend her, I was like, he was drunk. He was drunk. His eyes were rolling in the back of his head. Okay? Oh, this is a good question. Miss R&D Diva says, Kempire, do you prefer Virgo or Gemini for reality TV? Can you mention a Gemini that's on reality television? I don't know. We can name some Virgos that are pretty good reality television, but who's a Gemini that's in reality television? I can't think of one off the top of my head. You guys give me some examples. But honestly, seeing the relationship go from friendship to romantic between Kyle and Barbie, I liked it. I was like, oh, I think that they could have a future. And then all of a sudden her Virgo came out and I said, and there it is. Look, and there it is. This damn Ben too. Look, I'm going to say this about Ben and Sonny's relationship. They only started hooking up again because Ben was like, I don't have anyone else to hook up with. I might as well keep hooking up with her while this whole situation's happening. And the whole thing with the captain, them not cleaning up their rooms, again, I feel like that was Bria. Oh, damn, Bria's a Gemini. I don't know. Not you all saying Bria. Giselle is a Virgo reality TV star. That's not a good example, y'all. Oh, Joelle says not a good option. She don't count. We don't claim her. I love the fact that you guys really believe that works. Like that is truth when you say you don't claim them. I wish I could say the same. Look at the Tauruses that I have on reality television outside of Candy. Elle Singleton brings up a good point. Simon Gobadi is a Gemini. And no matter if I don't like seeing him on reality television, that read he gave Portia the other day. All right. Trump is a Gemini too. I mean, when you this is why when I say people don't see the value in astrology, I'm like, do you not see the correlations amongst these people? All right. Reign of April says, laughing my you-know-what off. Virgos are a piece of work, but they mean well at most times. Oh, I agree. I don't think Virgos are malicious. I don't think they're terrible human beings, like certain signs. Which one? I don't think they're terrible. I think they are just a lot. They're like energy vampires. They can suck out your energy. Ooh, Yolissa, if I could find their birth charts, that would be amazing. She said, let's run the charts for the ultimatum South Africa. You know, we talked about that over the last couple of weeks. If you missed it here on the channel, we did talk about the ultimatum South Africa. Multiple platforms, too. Multiple platforms. Oh, Tyree says, we Capricorns don't have the best examples either. Yeah, look at the cast of Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Look at Jordan. I kid, but am I kidding? Some of these reality TV stars can't take it over here. They can't take it. And here's the thing, sidebar. I love it when you guys say that I am biased. I am not Andy. Andy. And we're going to talk about Andy Cohen. I am not Anderson Cooper. All right. I am not Peter Jennings. May he rest in peace. I know I present like I'm one of them. However, this is an opinion-based commentary channel. And if I'm reviewing a show or even a hot topic, I'm going to be biased. All right? And I feel like, honestly, me personally, I feel like I am pretty in the middle with a lot of stuff. But I'm never going to sit here and claim to you, I'm unbiased. I'm never going to sit here and claim that to you. Ever. This ain't CNN. I don't know these people. I don't want to know these people. So that's the difference also between me and some other people that do what I do. I don't want to know these people. I don't want to be friends with these people. Okay? I have friends. No new friends, as BBL Drake says. Come on, stop. I don't want to know these people. I don't care about these people. These people do not pay my bills. These people do not, they're not my friends, especially when their show's not airing. You don't hear from these people. So, you know, when we talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey and we talk about these reality TV stars. Damn, Shirley, don't show my age. Shirley said, Peter Jennings died in the late 90s. All right. May he rest in peace. Okay. I know some people were like, who's Peter Jennings? He was a legendary anchorman. Okay. But I am not him. This ain't CNN. And when we say KNN, we're being facetious. Okay. And y'all can keep calling me biased. Yes. It's commentary. This is commentary. Anyways. I've digressed. Let me get back on track in regards to our Tuesday takeover, guys. Just joining us. Don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And if you're listening to this, don't forget, you can take us on the go by downloading the KEMPIRE podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. While you're there, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. 5 stars. Nothing less. Yolissa said, whoa, KEMPIRE. Ann says, who's Peter? Well, Ann, you're not from the States, so I understand why you wouldn't know who Peter Jennings is. Well, wait, how old are you, Ann? So you might be also, that might be the reason too. See, CC says, I respected Peter Jennings. Rest in peace. Where did this come from? I just couldn't think of all the anchormen. All right. Rahina, the great thing about, Rahina says, KEMPIRE don't change. The great thing about being a Taurus and people saying that we're stubborn, yes, we can be stubborn in a lot of ways. But let me tell you, one of the great things about being stubborn, I'm not going to change for someone else. My opinion's not going to change to please someone else. We're not followers like that. Taurus, where my Taurus is at. We're not followers like that. Thank you, Rahina. I'm not going to change. Buckle up. Bunky says, I was about to say, like, I don't feel like he died in the 90s, but you guys will remind me in the chat. Like, I'm not going to Google schmoogle it now. Bunky says, I think he died early 2000s after he started smoking again from covering 9/11. Bian says, Google Peter Jennings. Peter's family. No, maybe they're happy I bring up his name. Legendary news anchor. But I am not him. This is not the KEMPIRE News Network. All right? So if you get in your feelings about something that I've said about someone that you love, Speak with your pastor. Speak with your God. Speak with your therapist. Don't come to me. Sunny, thank you so much for the super chat. Sunny says, hi, Kempire. Was feeling low until your lives. Thank you for always having a smile while giving the tea. Sunny, thank you for that. That was very sweet. I hope you enjoyed my rant just now. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, my good news is that I've been a member for 18 months on the best podcast, KWW. And when you're feeling crappy, this group lifts you up. Love you all. Julie, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Julie. We appreciate you here. And look, I love our community. We really do have a special community here on both YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Like our community, although maybe you're not subscribed to every platform, but our community remains the same. It's the same energy. Okay. Exactly. Deborah says, speak with Pastor Jamal. Do not speak with me. Julie says, Peter Jennings and Dan Rather were the best of the best. Yeah, like, did we find out when Peter Jennings died? Oh, thank you, Maureen. Maureen says 2005. Whew. Mama Ellie says, we got way off topic. Are we still on Below Deck? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe Mama Ellie just put here, rest in peace, Peter Jennings. Look. All right, so Below Deck had their season finale. I'm assuming we're not going to get a reunion. It's hard to do a reunion for Below Deck because everyone is like everywhere. So I thought it was a decent season. It wasn't their best. It's actually been their worst season for me, because I'm biased. And damn, Pastor Jamal is a Gemini too, Alexis. Well, this explains a lot. Don't get you a Gemini. Playing. Catherine says, I love a good Barbra Walters. Yeah. Ooh, what am I doing here? Hold on, y'all. After I did all of this, well, this should not change. So why is this? Oh, there we go. It's a live show, y'all. It's a live show. All right. So Below Deck was a decent season. Wasn't their best season, but I'm going to give them grace because far more than not, they've had great seasons. All right. Thank you to Adorable says, yeah, Peter Jennings passed away in 2005. Sidebar, speaking of Barbra Walters, damn. Mama Ellie, Barbra Walters segment. I saw a video, maybe it was a TikTok on Barbra Walters and her last few years. She really stayed out of the public eye. She didn't want the world to see her, ill. Mind you, Barbra Walters, when she retired, she was fairly old. But I think it's so sad. Yes, she had her daughter, but it felt like she had like no real friends and family around her during that time. This is why it's so important to cultivate real friendships and not these shallow friendships that you do with people on social media or reality TV stars. So shout out to Barbra Walters. Marigold says, I love your t-shirt. KEMPIRE, houseofkempire.com. Our Pride merch is available along with our Juneteenth merch. Link in bio. All right. Let me get back on track. So Below Deck, decent season. Season finale was Ben and Kyle not cleaning up their rooms just to have a last minute moment with the captain. Ben, you're still trash. I think Ben, part of that was scripted, but also part of he's just trash. I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of forced scenes this season. I did enjoy their Beyonce party. Did you guys, the guests, they had a little Beyonce party. When one of the guests said, I heard beep, goes to town down there very well. Were they talking about Jay-Z? I assume they were talking about Jay-Z. IG Blaze says, my best friend is a Taurus. I'm an Aries. It works out. Yeah, I don't think people talk enough about the Aries-Taurus friendship because I have quite a few female Aries that I'm very close with. Quite a few. Look. Anyways, awkward silence. And see. All right. Let's move on, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday takeover. We cover a lot. We cover everything in pop culture, reality television, and reality TV news. Let me see what I have on my list that I want to talk about next. All right. Sean Kingston. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because I did do a separate video yesterday talking about Sean Kingston and his mom being arrested for fraud. All right. For fraud. Him and his mama. I feel so, oh my goodness. I feel so bad for the mom because I'm trying to understand why Janice. What happened to the hair, Janice? What happened? And look, I was feeling bad for his Jamaican mother because I thought it was his fault that she went to jail. However, apparently she had served a year for her own situation not too long ago. And then Sean Kingston involved Justin Bieber. So apparently he wanted this 232-inch television, paid down like $30,000, and then didn't pay the rest of it. So the company, Veer Entertainment, were like, no, you're gonna pay for this television one way or the other. Only for the SWAT team to come to his Florida home, arrest his mama, and now he was extradited from California to Florida, which led to a whole other conversation on that video because I asked you guys the question. I said, so how do they get prisoners from one state to the next? Do they fly them on regular flights? Is there a particular airline? This is not happening on Delta, right? Only to find out it is happening on Delta. Apparently, there's also an airline called Conair. And a lot of you told me a lot of times they're dressed in plain clothes. They usually board first. They sit in like the last seat, and they're sitting there with police. That worried me a little bit because I'm sure I've probably been on flights with, inmates. Mia says they confiscated her wig too. Look, I mean, you can't go into prison with wigs and weaves and things like that. So that is the update on Sean Kingston's situation because we haven't talked about it when he was initially arrested a couple of weeks ago for fraud. Like there are multiple allegations of jewelry that he's using Justin Bieber's name in order to get people. He's promising, oh, Justin Bieber and I will help you promote these things. He got arrested while he was over there having a performance. Yes, people still want to hear "Beautiful Girl." Yeah, he's still singing that in 2024. Damn. Danielle says Delta has a lot of contracts. Mia says, I thought Kanye was just a movie. Nope. Look, apparently not. Apparently not. Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. Joe says, thankful for Simone Biles winning her 9th U.S. Nationals. I think that's dope. I can't wait to see her at the Olympics. When does the Olympics start? Next month, right? In Paris, right? Again, I'm only watching track and field and gymnastics. And maybe some swimming. All right. Jenna says, who is Sean Kingston? Like, what does he do? He's a singer. He had a big hit back in the day. Anyways. ATX Mel says, I thought Kanye was just a movie. Well, everyone in the chat in regards to that video that I did on Sean Kingston yesterday said they do it via Conair. All right. July 15th. Thank you, April. July 15th. Oh, that's when I'll be done with touring by then. So that's fantastic. I'll still be in Atlanta though. Yes. Jessica, hey Jessica. Jessica says Beautiful Girls to this day is a bop. That's why he's still able to tour, because Jessica's going to the Sean Kingston concert saying, yes, sing my song. And then he sings the song and she leaves. I'll play it. Jasmine said he's a stunt queen. Damn. All right. Well, Sean Kingston was extradited to Florida to face those charges of fraud. All right. And his mother. His mother is now out of prison or jail. Okay. Wait, hold on. Poppy says there's a black equestrian, I believe. A black equestrianism, I believe. Oh, really? Look, we'll see. We'll see what I get caught up with. It is the summer. We outside. I'm definitely not going to Paris, though, during the Olympics. Just saying. All right. Moving on. Speaking of people that deserve to be in prison. Diddy. What did I have to say about Diddy? I forgot. What else? What don't I have to say about Diddy? Oh, I remember now. We did a separate video on this as well in regards to Diddy. I had to first. I was like, wait, which story did I have to talk about Diddy? Diddy is now being sued by former employees of harassment. Okay, well, not sued. There is a whole expose from the Daily Beast about former employees of Sean John and the ad agency that he had. They're accusing him of being physical with them, of being aggressive with them. And look, none of that should be surprising to any of us, especially when we seen Making of the Band. And that was on camera. That was on camera. Can you imagine what we didn't see on camera? Well, as you know, since the Cassie lawsuit, there have been at least 6 other civil lawsuits against Diddy. There was also the home raids of his New York home, his Miami home, and his Los Angeles home. Then after that, we saw that horrific video from the now closed Intercontinental Hotel. Rolling Stones had their own expose like last week. Now Daily Beast has their own expose. You know, 50 Cent just got the green light from Netflix for his documentary, Did He Do It? Tubi has their own documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, which I'm in for 5 seconds, maybe less. Shout out to all of you that have been hitting me up. Kempire, I saw you on the Diddy documentary. Yes. So if you read the article that Daily Beast did on Diddy and the workplace environment, I'm not shocked that he had a toxic work environment, allegedly. Allegedly, Diddy had a toxic work environment. In the Daily Beast article, they highlight all of some of the accusations that they had against him being a hothead as a boss. Some of his former rappers speak out against him. They've been speaking out against him. And I know a lot of you are like, why all of a sudden everybody's coming out? Well, because now they feel like they can come out. They feel like, well, he's not going to do anything to me now because now the attention is on him. People were really scared of what he would do. The Rolling Stone article highlighted a few different stories and accusations. One of those stories about Shakir Stewart, may he rest in peace. And people are questioning Shakir Stewart's passing because he unalived himself, allegedly. In that piece, they also talk about the Notorious B.I.G. was getting ready to leave, stop working with Diddy. And Diddy allegedly, and this is from the Rolling Stone expose, said, I'll be dead and my bones will be powder before I give over the rights to publishing for Notorious B.I.G. After that, Biggie Smalls' mother, Valletta Wallace, spoke out in regards to the video with Cassie. And she's like, she wanted to slap him in the face. She said she's ashamed and embarrassed. Ashamed and embarrassed. Oh, exactly. B, y'all remember that? B says, we saw how he treated Lori Ann Gibson, only for them to reunite. Remember they reunited a couple of years ago? And apparently they were all good. God only knows what Lori Ann Gibson has seen. Has she spoken out? We saw on the show how he treated Lori Ann, and we were all uncomfortable with that. Can you imagine what we didn't see? Everyone keeps asking for the 7. 7 says Farnsworth Bentley. Farnsworth Bentley is living a nice, quiet life with a wife and kids right now. He doesn't want to hear nothing, say nothing. Nope. Marigold, a lot of people are talking about this too. Marigold says Kim Porter's death is suspicious to me as well. We're going to continue to follow the Diddy situation. That's why I had Diddy here. I was like, why did I have Diddy here? I forgot what I wanted to talk about in regards to Diddy. Well, no. There was another expose from the Daily Beast in regards to the people that worked under Diddy at Sean John and his ad agency. I didn't even know he had an ad agency. He's had multiple businesses. And you remember when Cassie filed her lawsuit, she included all those businesses, including ones that he didn't even own. All right. Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion is, shout out to you guys, because I know based off of what we cover here, some people might not realize that we support everyone. but we're biased. But we've highlighted quite a few times Nicki Minaj's tour and things like that. Please understand that's not because we are, Barbs or Stans. We just have forgotten. We just have forgotten. But congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion on her sold out, very successful tour that she's having. Okay. Well, she's been in Atlanta, but Atlanta, are you guys okay? There was a water main break and it had to delay her concerts there. But she ended up having her concerts. But before then, she went on social media asking for the help of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, former Real Housewives of Atlanta. Take a look at this clip.
Why you on that floaty? Outside my hotel, the pipe busted, bitch. We definitely have to have air and we definitely have to have water up here. Because this motherfucker is sold out. It's packed. But this is what I'm thinking. Either we finna put pressure on the mayor to let him go ahead and let us perform up here, or we're gonna have to find us another venue. They playing at the baseball stadium. They ain't gonna let us come bum rush the stadium. I feel like I told them at this point, I want the hotties in Atlanta to have a full Hot Girl Summer Tour experience. I want y'all to see the stage. I want y'all to see all the effects and shit, but I'd rather still give y'all a show. So I'm like, maybe we could perform like at an amphitheater or something. Like, I don't know if any of the theaters out here is available. Bitch, I don't know if we could go outside. Safety first. I don't want y'all to pull up in this hole and it's hot as a bitch and y'all can't wash y'all hands and y'all can't use the bathroom. Food safety, we be feeding the hotties. The people need to wash their hands before they prepare y'all food. Like, we have to do the right thing. So I'm trying to find another venue for us to perform at. I'm really sad. Somebody said they could bring Nick said they could bring appetizer. I tried to say, can we get a bunch of porta potties up here? Because bitch, I was willing to buy the porta potties. They was like, okay, so what you gonna do, baby Stan? You gonna shut down the street full of porta potties? And I was like, well, if the hotties is willing to use the motherfucking porta potties.
Pause. So at one point in this video, because it's a long video, at one point, she's calling for the help of Candy. She's calling for the help of Sheree. She's like, maybe we can have the show at She by someone else's home, Chateau Sheree, or Chateau Thelma, as we love to lovingly call it, okay? So the ladies were in the comment section of this video, and Candy said, I wish I could help. It's affecting the whole city, and everybody want to see you, Meg. And if Candy can help you, you're out of luck. That's the mayor. That's the mayor of Atlanta. All right. Sheree says, ATL needs you, Meg. Chateau Sheree stores are always open for the hot girl coach. Kenya says, Meg, we need you. Portia says, rewrite at dawn. We got you, hottie. The show must go on. We need Meg. Marlo then says at the bottom here, she said, Atlanta is drained right now, but the hotties, we will see you Monday. How was the show last night, y'all? How was the show last night? Meg continued to have great success. Megan Thee Stallion also announced that her new album will be coming out this month as well. So she has a successful tour. She's now parted ways with that old record company. She's now independent. She's doing quite well for herself. So congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. All right, let me take a sip before we move into our next story. All right. I'm just going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After briefly, because I don't have a lot to say, because I'm sort of over the season. I've said this to you guys countless times. I know we all thought that Angela and Michael were gone. No, they're back. She's still, honestly, at this point, they're just doing this for money. Yes, he finally makes it to the U.S., y'all. But right now, in these last couple of episodes, we're seeing the process of him getting approved. All right? But of course, she's finding any reason to be upset or mad at him. It's such a reach that I'm just like, I'm over their theatrics. We know you guys are going to continue to be together. You know, recently he ran away from her here in the States. Apparently, he's still away from her. I saw him on TikTok Live at one point. Fine. Emily and Kobe, I don't care what you guys are trying to do with this storyline. This storyline is a reach. She wants to know if there was any overlap between him and his ex-girlfriend. Girl, you have 2 kids with this man. You're planning a traditional African wedding. Get away from me with this, Apollo. Get away from me with this. Of course, and a lot of you said this last week, the only reason why they brought Lauren and Alexei back this season was because of what's going on in the Middle East. So they talk about what's going on, and Alexei says that he's more than willing to go back to Israel to fight in the war that's currently happening over there. So that has become part of their storyline this season. As you also know, Lauren got a little bit of a mommy makeover. I told you last week, I love the fact we see Alexei really stepping up to support her and take care of her and their 3 young babies. Rob and Sophie remain annoying. Rob and Sophie remain annoying. I can't stand them. I don't care about their storyline, the same as I don't care about Jasmine and Gino. She wants to be in a pageant. She's talking about his issues with the corn. I'm using another word because we can't use the word here on YouTube and other platforms. So Jasmine and Gino, they're having an issue in regards to their relationship when it comes to intimacy. Okay. All right. Fine. All right. No one cares about Big Ed and Liz. Whatever. Ashley, I find you funny and interesting. We found out that she's $100,000 in debt. Her husband, who she doesn't trust and she wants to get a post-nup with, finds out that she's $100,000 in debt. And he's like, what? This has been such a lack. I don't know what's happening with 90 Day Fiancé as a franchise, but these seasons are becoming so pre-produced. Love in Paradise. Look, I don't know if this relationship between these two are going to last. I can't even remember their names. It's fine. The black lady, for those that are listening to this, the black lady that goes to Italy to be with this Italian man who likes threesomes, and she's like, I'm not down for that. She has a conversation with his family this past week about religion and things like that. I thought the conversation about if we have a child together, that child's going to be black and have struggles and challenges. How are you going to deal with that? Because the way that you deal with that with me is you tell me to push through and get over it. We can't do that with a kid. I thought that was an interesting conversation between these two. All right. The couple for me, these two, the sperm donor and the young lady that's living in Malta, he goes there to visit her. She's still struggling with the fact that he has an addiction to donating. And remember, his donating is not just going and putting it in a cup. Like some of his cases, he will go sleep with the women. So she has a problem with that. He already has over like almost 80 kids around the world. His secret is that, yes, he told her that he slept with someone in Australia, but he said there were other places recently that he slept with women to help them have a child. I find, honestly, in comparison to Happily Ever After, Love in Paradise has kept my attention more. All right? Like the story with Aaliyah and, do I have a picture of them? Yes, Aaliyah here on the far left, Aaliyah and I can't remember his name at this point. He's a celebrity hairstylist. In the last couple of weeks, he proposed to Aaliyah. Aaliyah is having her own struggles when it comes to her identity. I have to say, Aaliyah sharing her relationship with her mom, because she didn't really grow up with her mom, she grew up with her grandparents, but her mom was so accepting, using the proper pronouns, being happy for her when her boyfriend, then turned fiance, proposed. They were very welcoming and very loving. Well, this week's episode, they're talking about, next week's episode, they're talking about their open relationship. This week, the friend is getting very much involved in regards to finances and his control over Aaliyah. Here's my problem. And I was actually surprised that they even got engaged, because I was sort of like, you said you missed Douglas, who Aaliyah was before because of how quiet and timid and scared. When he described Douglas and why he liked Douglas, I wasn't surprised because I did look at this relationship as this older man feeling like he can have this young thing and control this young thing by, flying them around the world and do things like that. So I always kind of looked at him with the side eye, but when he said that, it confirmed for me. But now it's the friend is I don't like when friends get that involved in your relationship, but fine. On the far right, okay, we have oh my gosh, why can't I remember any of these people's names? I apologize, y'all. Look, maybe because I'm not that invested, but I don't even care about their names. He's 30 years old and she is 19. In this week's episode of Love in Paradise, we find out that apparently she's been accused of cheating on him. And now the friend, her friend that's become friends with him, is coming up to their vacation to reveal that there's another rumor of her cheating on this guy. I'm still stuck at she's 19 and he's 30 years old. She's 19. She should not be in a serious relationship talking about marriage in 2024. Yes, and years ago that would have been cool. Not in 2024. And the way that she acts in their relationship, she acts like a 19. Honestly, she acts like she's 10. She doesn't even act like a 19-year-old. She acts like she's 10 years old. So I'm not surprised at her tantrums and antics. She got into such a tantrum. She went to the car. She's like, I can't believe you said that about me on television, in regards to he feels like sometimes their relationship is just about making her happy and that she's just in it for the money. I'm like, she's 19. I'm still stuck at that. And honestly, when we look at Aaliyah and their story, Aaliyah is only 25 years old. And I think they've been dating like 2-3 years. So she was 22 when they got together. And he's like, I think he's like 60 years old. And I don't think there's a big deal when it comes to age gaps. It depends on where that age gap is at. If you're in your formative years, that's not when you should be dating someone older. If you're 30 and up, I think, okay, you've lived a little, you've gone through college, hopefully, or you just gone through those formative years and experienced a little something. But at 19 and 20, your early 20s, I'm like, and for those that have gone through those years, you know what I'm talking about. Those years are so critical in your mental, physical development and emotional development. I don't know. But I did see what some of you said about 90 Day Fiancé UK, and I did get to watch 90 Day Fiancé UK. Look, the first 4 episodes are now available with 90 Day Fiancé UK, and honestly, they are restoring my hope in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. We've got John and Sprite. First of all, John and Sprite doesn't like this man. Sprite has been so nasty and cold to this man. Yes, we do eventually in certain episodes see Sprite being a little bit loving towards John. But I feel like John and Sprite are really friends. And Sprite admitted before getting to the UK that, he wasn't interested in John. He wasn't attracted to John. He used John to work on his English. So I think he's using John again in order to move to the UK. But honestly, watching their scenes, and John is not all there either. John is not all there either. John, if you've seen the previews, John is going to have a fit. But I have to say, they're the reasons to watch. Charlotte and Johan. Here we talk about the age difference. Johan is 21. She is 30-something years old. He's 21 from the Dominican Republic. She's, of course, I know you're asking, is she taking care of him? Is she sending money to him? Yes, yes, and yes. She seems very insecure, but she feels the pressure because all of her friends have gotten married and having kids, and she's the only one. Girl, you're reminding me of someone I know. Oh, no, no. Reminding me of someone I know. I mean, look, our perspective, I know a lot of people will think that marriage is just about falling in love and finding your soulmate and partner and things like that. Well, no, some people do get married as a business arrangement. I'm not going to judge. If both parties are on the same page and are willing to make that decision for themselves, fine. However, look, for us watching this show is a whole other thing. Jamie and Kathleen. Oh, Jamie. I feel bad for Jamie. She doesn't like him either because he stopped sending money to her. He is a character. He is like perfect 90 Day Fiancé. Jamie from 90 Day Fiancé UK. He is like you could tell he hasn't had a lot of girlfriends. He hasn't had a lot of experiences. He's one to watch too because she doesn't like him. You could tell she doesn't like him. Poor thing. Look, poor thing. Chicken is back. They did get married. They do have a kid together. He is going to get dressed up in a chicken suit and sing the song, Chicken. I love you, chicken. Here we go again. Louise and Jose. All right. Tony and Nui. I don't remember if we even saw them this week. I think we see them next week. So we'll get back to them next week. Sam and Allie. He's interesting, but he said he always wanted to get with an international girl. I don't know his true intentions. He is definitely a character. I don't know which one is worse. Because, usually in a situation, you feel like someone's taking advantage of someone on 90 Day Fiancé. He's a little strange. She screamed at him about being, mind you, he's in Turkey. She's in the UK. There is a time difference, right? I don't know what the time difference is, but he works at a bar and he was asleep and she's screaming at him to get up. I was like, all right. But I'm in. I don't know if you guys are watching 90 Day Fiancé UK, but I am. They have restored my faith in the 90 Day franchise, at least for now. 90 Day Fiancé UK is available on Discovery Plus, and I believe it's also available on not HBO, but Max. Because, they merged. So now I have two apps I'm paying for. When are you guys merging? So like the app merging. Please and thank you. So we talked about 90 Day Fiancé. We talked about Love in Paradise. We talked about Happily Ever After. All right. And we talked about Below Deck. All right. We can move on. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday takeover where we cover a variety of reality television, reality TV news, but mostly pop culture news. We've got to talk about this man. Hold on. Kanye West is being sued. And I know what you're thinking, KEMPIRE, which one? Well, Kanye West is being sued by a former employee accusing him of sexual harassment. Okay? And she look, I know some people might be like, oh, everybody's suing everybody. But when you look at her, she kind of favors Kim Kardashian. His type. He even married a woman that kind of favors Kim Kardashian. Remember his first girlfriend when he first came onto the scene? She was a black girl, she's a black fashion designer. Where is she? Like, where is she? Are they still, is she happily married with children and stuff like that? I don't know. I think I looked this up a long time ago, but I don't remember. Oh, Temmie says they're 2 hours ahead. So what's he still doing to sleep? Jessica says, you need to watch the Nick Carter and Aaron Carter documentary. It's actually really good. Oh, I'm sure it is. But I need a week to recover from Dancing with the Devil, which we will talk about in just a second. But let me just update you on the Kanye West of it all. Okay, so Kanye West is ex's executive / personal assistant, claims he gave her the boot after sending her vile sexual text messages and videos. Lawrence Pisciata says in her lawsuit she was an OF model who posted a bunch of bikini and lingerie pics and was super successful, making $1 million a year. Kanye hired Lauren in July of 2021 after meeting her when he was putting together his fashion line. She says that she also collaborated with him and worked with him on 3 songs on Donda. A year later, she says he came to her and wanted to be godlike and asked her to delete her OF account and promised to pay her $1 million a year if she did so. She says she agreed. So she claims shortly thereafter, Kanye began to send her a series of text messages, including one that read, "See, my problem is I be wanting to F, but then after I F, I want a girl to tell me how they've been, how hard they've been F'd while I'm effing them. I apologize. Then I want her to cheat on me." It gets really vulgar after that, according to TMZ, with more alleged texts sent from the young lady accusing him that describe Ye's fantasies with women, including a lot of explicit language. Okay. She also claims that he would pleasure thyself during phone conversations with her and asked if she could hear or guess what he was doing. She claims that he was fixated on the size of her boyfriends, her past boyfriends, you know what. He was fixated. What in the Diddy? So according to the lawsuit, there was a slew of text messages and inappropriate videos and photos that was sent to her, including at least 2 videos of Kanye having situations with a model. She claims he then promoted her to chief of staff for various companies at a salary of $4 million. So if he sent these text messages, she must still have these text messages, right? So she says in October of 2022, she was fired, but claims he offered her a $3 million severance, which she accepted. She claims he never paid. She's suing for breach of contract, sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and hostile work environment. So TMZ reached out to Kanye's reps. So far, no word back. If any of this is true, she must have the text messages, right? Because if someone did that to you, you're not deleting those text messages, right? Because all she has to do is like, Your Honor, exhibit A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And then he'll be like, I'm going to settle. He's got multiple lawsuits, Kanye. Multiple lawsuits. And some of those lawsuits include people that have worked with him that had some damning claims. But yet people are still riding with Kanye. I don't understand. And normally we've stayed away from reporting on Kanye, but look, here we are. Because it's not really Kanye talking. It's more about a lawsuit that he's facing. Damn. Foxy said he allegedly used to watch Kim and Kim with Ray on their video and he liked it. You know what? If y'all don't get out of here with this mess. A mess. All right. Let me move on because we have a lot more to get into. But before we get into that, as you guys know, we are very charitable over here on the channel. And this year, I'm excited again to partner with our friend Danielle. We're going to bring Danielle up. What's going on, Danielle? Are you there? Danielle.
Now, look, I was trying to put something in the comments. I had to toggle between screens, so I wish I would have known. But hey, here I am.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to put a comment about Kanye.
Oh, focus. We have a charity to raise for, okay? No, we've partnered with Danielle before about, and mind you, Danielle brought this to my attention. I don't remember when we did this, Danielle. It was like 2 years ago.
Yes.
About, because I didn't think about it, about homeless women that might need just certain things for that time of the month. So we did an amazing job. Our community did an amazing job last time. And we are partnering with Danielle yet again, this time for Saturday, June 29th, which is right around the corner. I know I'm asking a lot of you guys, but we can do it. Okay.
We got this.
Danielle, tell us a little bit about this and why you decided to do this, because you've been doing this for a while now.
So yes, thank you so much for allowing me to come speak to my people again. Hey, everyone in the chat. So a few years ago, I came across a YouTube video, which is still out there. It's like 7 minutes long, and it's literally, and the person doesn't show their face, but she's interviewing homeless women in New York City and how they go through their menstrual cycles each month.
Yeah.
Watching that video literally brought tears to my eyes. I've told you from previous stuff that we've talked about, I've suffered with fibroids. I've now had a hysterectomy, so I no longer had those struggles. But prior to my hysterectomy, my menstrual cycle was I felt like the death of me, to where when I would take, even on vacation, I had to plan my life around my cycle.
Mm.
We went to Hershey Park one year. I couldn't get on the ride. And like, it was just so many challenges that just came with my cycle. So as I'm watching this 7-minute interview and listening to these women's responses, I'm like, well, dag, I've been blessed. I'm not only am I not homeless, but in the summertime, I have some place to take a shower when I feel like I need to during that time of the month.
Yeah.
One lady said that during her cycle, she sits on the corner for the 4 to 5 days that her cycle is on. She just sits there and bleeds through her clothes.
Wow.
Another lady said that she goes ahead and takes the chance of being arrested. So she'll go into like a CVS and steal the sanitary products that she needs,
Yeah.
and then try to go into a McDonald's or a Starbucks to clean themselves up. But they take the chance of being arrested because they're trying to get the supplies that they need. So with that, and me watching it and thinking about my blessings and how I've been blessed, even though I struggled with my cycle,
Yeah.
I felt like I wanted to do something. So like we said, 2 years ago, you guys came and showed out to the point I was able to pass not only out in DC, North Carolina, as well as Philadelphia. So, and I still had a little bit of stuff left over. I did it again. I didn't do it as big last year, but I had enough supplies where I was able to do it again last year without having to come. I just promoted on my page and didn't have to come to you.
No.
So I'm back again this year. We're doing the kits. I've created the Amazon link where I'm requesting sanitary napkins, tampons, everything a woman can need. I even put a couple of other things in there like bottled water, chips, because every woman likes that salt and sweet. So we have chocolates, just things just to get us through that time of the month. And I'm creating the bags. My daughter and I will pass them out. This time, North Carolina has reached out to me and asked me to partner with them because their fire department has like mobile showers. So you know how you have the mobile toilets? They have mobile showers where they allow the women, or not just the women, but the homeless people to come take showers.
Yeah.
So when I did in North Carolina, I partnered with them then, and after they took their shower, I gave the women bags so they can have that for their own pleasures of how they needed to see their monthly cycle through.
Amazing.
But back again, trying to do it big. We're gonna go big or go home. But you told me to do something, and it brought some attention to me. So I've learned that the homelessness in DC alone has increased 12% from 22 to 23.
Wow.
New York City has the largest population of homeless people at 88,000. The states that have, or cities, let's say, that have the largest in this order is New York, LA, Seattle, and San Diego. So if you think about just the price of rent, because as I was reading these articles and think about the requirements for people to rent nowadays, how they want you to make 3 times the rent, like what?
No.
People are literally like a paycheck away from being homeless at this point.
No.
Which is crazy. So just imagine the summertime, and that's the biggest thing this interview that showed me is that we women that have homes, we feel icky. We go in the house to take a shower, even if you're not in your cycle. Even as a person in the summertime, you run in the house and take a shower. They don't have that.
Yeah.
So I just want to be able to, and in some of the bags, I was able to get Avion. It's supposed to be for your face.
Oh,
Yes.
The mist.
Yes, but they can spray it on the wall. Like if it makes them feel better, just yes.
Okay.
So the list is here. The link is in the top of the chat, everyone. Please help, please help. And my daughter and I, and actually one of her girlfriends asked because she helped too. One of her schoolmates asked because she jump in and help make the bags and pass them out. So of course I said yes. And now I'm partnering with my daughter's school so that the young ladies who want to help, they can get their volunteer hours, which I think is awesome that they want to do this as well. So,
and also it brings attention to something that I don't think a lot of people think about. And like I said, when you first brought this to my attention, I was like, you know what? I never thought about it. Also, I'm a man. So it doesn't those don't cross my mind. But I did grow up with a bunch of sisters. So I think this was important. We have posted the Amazon link in the live chat and in the description. Replay crew will pin it to the top of the comments as well. Danielle, what did you want to say?
No, I was just saying, when we think about homeless, we always think about the holidays. We think about getting them coats and blankets and food. But we'd never think about the women and what they might have to go through.
Yeah. And thank you so much for bringing it to our attention. And now we can bring it to the attention of so many people that are watching, both in the replay and currently watching right now on multiple platforms. And shout out to everyone on TikTok. I'll be posting it in my Instagram stories and things like that as well. So you'll be able to find links. And I'll be posting it on our community tab here on YouTube. Let's sell this sucker out in a day. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Empire. Thank you so
Danielle.
Much. Thank you, everyone who is supporting, who will support again. Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Thanks, Danielle. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I love it. I love it when we're able to give back. And we're going to get back to our Tuesday takeover for those that are just joining us. And if you're listening to this, I'll be also posting it in the description notes for those that listen to the podcast version of this. This is our Tuesday takeover. Where we cover a variety of pop culture news and reality TV news. Let me focus on some of the stories that I didn't get to just yet. I'm not going to go in detail. I did drop a 10-minute video earlier today recapping quickly Dancing for the Devil on Netflix. For those that haven't seen it, it is a crazy documentary about this man, Robert Shin, and his cult that he has. And I implore everyone to see it because you probably enjoyed some of these TikTok dancers on social media and don't realize that they are possibly, allegedly, just for legal purposes, in a cult. So they have this 3-part documentary on Netflix that I watched, talked a little bit about on social media. Then I did a whole special podcast episode talking about it. So if you think that it's the same stuff that you're watching on other platforms, it's not. It's not. I talked separately on the podcast, and then I posted a video this morning talking about this documentary. It's shocking. Trigger warning for anyone that might be, triggered by something like this. So be sure to check that out. I thought it was done very well. Just a spoiler alert, it doesn't end happily, unfortunately. Some things in life don't end happily, but the work, getting this information out there is still very much like what we just did with Danielle. Getting the information out there is very, very important because I'm worried, truly, genuinely worried that these TikTok dancers and Instagram dancers, they have millions of followers, people that want to do what they're doing. And I'm scared that they're going to start getting young kids into this stuff. Robert Shin is accused of not just, running a cult or just having people be a part of his group. He's accused of some damning things, including SA and financial abuse. Again, if you missed any of my conversation about Dancing for the Devil, be sure to check that out on my YouTube channel. You can also listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. All right. Moving on from there, I did want to talk about Andy Cohen. So Andy Cohen, Lord have mercy. What the hell is this picture? Did you guys see this picture from his recent interview? OMG, from Vulture. Like, I had a jump scare when I saw this photo of Andy Cohen on this Vulture article. But this is not about that. A couple of things from this Vulture article that Andy Cohen did. First of all, this is a part of the this is a part of the press changing using the press to change the narrative behind what he's been accused of. And look, I know some of you do not believe Leah McSweeney. Some of you do not believe Bethany. Some of you don't believe Brandi Glanville and what they've said about Andy Cohen, about the network being on reality television. Fine. You are entitled to believe what you want to believe. But I find it interesting that Bravo, NBC Universal is using the press to change the narrative. Remember, they came out and said they completed an investigation and, an outside investigation, and he's fine. Nothing came from it. Okay. That doesn't change that these lawsuits are still out there. These accusations are still out there. But since then, this is the second article highlighting Andy Cohen. I found it interesting, though. One of the things that the top dog at NBC said this about Andy Cohen, because a lot of people were saying that Andy Cohen is the face. What Leah McSweeney was talking about, his influence over there at their network, and NBC came out like, oh, he doesn't hire, fire, do anything like that. He doesn't have the position that you guys think that he has. Does he not? And they almost admit that he is the face of, no, they say he's the face of the network. Let me just find that part because this is a pretty long article. I want to just find the part where the NBC, oh, here we go. So here's the thing. So you remember there were rumors. There were rumors that Andy Cohen was fired. And I told you there was no truth to that. Look, I would tell you if there was truth, I didn't see any truth to that based on what I was hearing from multiple sources. So NBCU and Cohen's lawyer sent out the usual statements denying the accusations, specifically demanding a retraction of the Booger Sugar's allegations from Leah McSweeney, where he accused Andy Cohen of doing this with other housewives and using that to gain them better storylines or other positions over at the network. They continue. They said, but to a casual observer, it looked like the beginning of a familiar story, the unraveling of a powerful man in an industry that was already widely regarded to be toxic and depraved. Lord knows it wouldn't be the first time Elmo had put his furry mitts in the wrong hands. NBCU announced it was conducting an investigation, and rumors swirled that Cohen was hiring a crisis PR team. This is important to note because they're not confirming that he hired this crisis PR team. But based off how we've had these multiple features about Andy Cohen, the cancellation of BravoCon, like all this stuff is adding up. Okay. Cohen was hiring a crisis PR team and negotiating a, quote, departure package. Chairman Francis Berwick delivered a chilling line. Andy is a very sort of specific and exceptional talent, and he really is the face of the network, she told Variety. But I'm also happy to say that, and I think we've proved this over and over again, we've got 160 talents here who are also big faces of the network, and we've also been able to replace them. So they continue. It says, but then nothing happened. Instead of quietly disappearing while the courts worked out his fate, Cohen kept up his regular patter on the radio and on television. He went to parties, posed for pictures, helped Sarah Jessica Parker see her way down the red carpet at the Met Gala, and continued asking impertinent questions. So I actually do think that this article on Vulture is a good read in regards to Andy Cohen. I just had the most jump scare, though, at this picture of him. I was like, who signed off on this? Did he sign off on this picture? The pictures that he did for, was it Variety? His other press feature. I was like, oh, that was a really good photo shoot. Sidebar, happy belated birthday, Andy. Look. Happy belated birthday. He's a Gemini. How many Gemini men did we named that we were like, that's questionable? Just saying. But I did find it interesting, especially as someone that puts his face out there and talks about things, and I do a lot of commentary. Again, for those that like to call me biased, I do a lot of commentary. He talked about the struggles of worrying about what he might say that might be taken the wrong way and get him canceled. So he openly talks about that, and that's the one thing that I found to be relatable and authentic in regards to what he was saying in this article. Because no matter what someone will say, I think all of us that put our opinions out there and we put our faces out there worry that one day someone's gonna be like, "Cause I told you y'all tried to cancel me a year ago on Twitter, covering a story about Andy Cohen, covering a story, but apparently I was in the club under the table filming him." First of all, me in the club at this point, at that time during Pride, but I'll be at the club on June 21st for KEMPIRE After Dark. It's not a club. I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, whatever. But you get what I'm saying. So he talks about that because he talks about how different it was when he first started in this business. They also talk about how he went from being an executive to being the star of Watch What Happens Live and the producer of the Real Housewives. So they talk a little bit about that stuff. If you want to read it, go read it. It's on Vulture. But like I said, I feel like this is, part of that crisis PR situation to kind of spin what's been out there. And sidebar, we didn't talk about it in detail because we can't really talk about it in detail without us getting flagged. Did you guys go, and you can Google Schmoogle, just Google Caroline Manzo. She talked about what Brandy Glanville allegedly did to her. So why is Brandy Glanville not in prison? No, I meant to press this one. Because the way that she described it, I was like, oh, this sounds like you were SA'd. And she does say that in her lawsuit. So she's describing and she's saying, Caroline Manzo, formerly the Real Housewives of New Jersey, that this happened to me and it was filmed. Can't they subpoena the footage? Where the lawyers at? If this is filmed, I'm sure they can subpoena the footage. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to settle this situation. I'm not surprised. Amara says, don't the Geminis have two faces? I mean, when you look at this, you know he's got two faces. You know Andy Cohen's got two faces. This picture, that is scary. Look, that is scary. You're not scared? I'm scared. Anyways. Speaking of Andy Cohen, so Andy Cohen is speaking out about the Real Housewives of New Jersey and what's going on over there. He was talking about the reboot with New Jersey. I have to say, in his response in regards to the reboot, he didn't answer whether or not there was going to be a reboot. He said that they're trying to think of a special way to end New Jersey because, you know, this week, we reported to you over the weekend that the Real Housewives of New Jersey is not getting a reunion. So he confirmed that as well. It's not getting a reunion because after you watch the season finale, he says you'll understand why we're not getting a reunion. Okay. But he also didn't deny a reboot. Okay. But he is talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey in this clip I want to play for you guys.
Do want to give some context to the announcement over the weekend that there was going to be no Jersey reunion because I feel like there are a lot of theories about what this could mean. I think that the main thing is this will all make sense once you see the finale. It is one of those classic Jersey finales that people will be talking about for a long time to come. And when all of us producers saw the last cut of the finale, we all came to the decision separately, and then we talked. We all had the same thought, which is the finale is kind of the finale and the reunion all in one. It's in the great tradition of absolute shocking, dramatic Jersey finales, and they have this final epic group encounter, which is like, it feels like the Last Supper. It is just so Jersey, and it's shocking, and it's dramatic, and it's amazing TV. I'm telling you, when you see it, I think that you'll feel complete. I really do. And there will be something that Bravo is cooking up in place of a reunion, and so that is to be announced. The season, it is really catching fire. There's stuff happening with everyone.
How do you guys feel about this? As I said before, in another clip in the same conversation with our friend, the Talk of Shame, Kiki Monique, he doesn't not deny that a possible reboot could be happening over at the Real Housewives of New Jersey. He just segues into that he's happy with what's happening over on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We'll get to that. I did want to point out, because when we did our Real Housewives of New Jersey recap, a lot of you were saying in the live chat about these accusations against Paulie and Dolores. Dolores, did your storyline just get more interesting? Take a listen to what was said recently on our friends over at Behind the Velvet Rope with David Yontif's podcast and Melissa's old nose. Yes, she's still speaking. Well, take a look. Take a listen.
Like, I'll tell you, like, a lot of people were also like really shocked that I said that. And then they were also like, I saw a lot of talk on social media about like the Louis and Paulie give each other like shots in the ass. I don't know if it's roids or supplement or what. I don't know what the hell it is. But Louis made it clear that they give each other injections. A lot of people were like going into the fact that that was just so shocking and they can't believe it. But that's actually not the most shocking thing Louis told me in regards to Paulie. And if you'd like, I can like let you and your listeners know what the most shocking thing he told me. Louis told me that Paulie will never marry Dolores because Jim told him that Paulie and his wife, because he's not divorced, run whorehouses together, that they have brothels and they make a lot of money. And that there's money involved. The fact that that was just so shocking and they can't believe it. But that's actually not the most shocking thing Louis told me in regards to Paulie. And if you'd like, I can like let you and your listeners know what the most
Please
shocking thing he told me. Louis told me that Polly will never marry Dolores because Jim told him that Polly and his wife, because he's not divorced, run whorehouses together, that they have brothels and they make a lot of money, and that there's money involved, so they're never going to go their own ways because they're never going to figure out a way how to split this. So that is why, according to Louis, he will never get a divorce and he will never marry Dolores. And he said that came from Jim Leonard.
And how does Jim know this?
I don't know. I didn't question him. I remember a couple times I did question him because he got mad that I was sending Teresa stuff about people talking shit about her. And he was like, don't do that. He goes, who do you think you are? You just got here. I don't want you to say anything about Carrie Ann. I don't want you to say anything about this person. We're trying to flip her. You stay in your lane.
Who told you that, Louis or Jim?
Jim. So there were certain things that you couldn't question.
That lawyer, I was always still shocked. You remember he was around during Joe and Teresa's criminal situation. So I've always been shocked that he's still around. And she's been on the media tour right now in regards to bloggers and podcasts and things like that, and telling her side of the story, how she got involved and how both Jennifer Aiden and Teresa were very much involved with these troll accounts. She even said that Bravo was fully aware, and that's why we had that embargo on interviews with them last season. They were fully aware that these reality TV stars were in connection and in communication with blogs and things like that. But they're not just in connection with the blogs, but they're trying to change narratives. They're doing some. Yeah, look, I listened to some of this interview. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to both part 1 and part 2 just yet. But she also even said, some of the stuff, I could see people, I don't know about going to jail, but definitely getting sued, allegedly. Because that, first of all, that's a damning accusation. That's a damning accusation about Dolores. Did you know about this? But I also told you, I don't know if I believe Dolores' storyline with Paulie. There was another accusation, because you remember Louis' ex, Louis Ruela's, Teresa Giudice's husband. His ex accused him of sending fake people to her office to get information out of her. She accused him of this. And they talked about this. I thought that was just Louis. The way that Melissa's old nose is saying it is that everybody knew, including Teresa, in regards to that. I don't know if that's true, but this is why I'm okay with a complete reboot of this cast. This has gotten too dark. This has gotten too personal. This has gone past the lines of entertainment. Sidebar, Paulie, if it's true, and you know it's true, then you know Louis wasn't your friend. He's telling your business to bloggers and troll accounts. It makes sense. Why haven't they gotten divorced? And I know there are people that are still married that don't get a divorce, but now you're in this relationship with a woman that wants to get married. Just asking. All right. IG says, I got my ticket to see her in LA this month in regards to Megan Thee Stallion. All right. Let us know how it is. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat. Rahina says, no one cares about an overlap. I'm pretty sure she has a third kid. Like, I don't really care about that story, but I do like Kobe and Emily from 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. I agree. And I told you, I predicted that they were going to try and come up with some sort of story in regards for Kobe and Emily this season, besides them just going to Africa, having a good time, meeting the family, and getting married. I get it. Pretty girl, thank you so much for pretty black girl. Thank you so much for the super chat. A pretty black girl says, I went to CSU when Kanye and his mom, Dr. West, were there. Would have never envisioned his life going this way and him being this guy in 2024. I think we all can agree. But a lot of people say when he lost his mom, this is what happened. Speaking of New Jersey, speaking of Andy Cohen, Heather says Brandy's lawyers have been asking for the footage. I remember seeing that as well in regards to what happened with her and Caroline Manzo. Miss Bernice, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Bernice says, what about the 6-year-old pastor marrying his 18-year-old church member? The pastor? Oh, did I see that? I think I may have seen that. I don't remember that. But sidebar, you just reminded me, Miss Bernice, you remember that story that we did on Thirsty Thursday, and I said to you guys, this man is showing up on Zoom driving when he's not even supposed to be driving. Well,
Self-in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
It's very embarrassing, and with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check behind these workers because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News, Detroit.
Well, let's hope he
look, maybe I am Peter Jennings because I'm giving you a follow-up in regards to our what the hell news where that man went on Zoom and he's dealing with a traffic violation. Apparently, his driver's license being suspended was supposed to be lifted 2 years ago. He says that he's a pillar of the community. Well, look, hopefully they figure those things out. I wanted to give you an update in regards to that story. Was there anything else that I wanted to say? I mean, there was a couple of other stories that I wanted to talk about, but unfortunately, I must go. Portia Peach Juice Williams, formerly Gobadia, is still speaking in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But honestly, I'm not going to even cover it because at this point, just film the season and get back to us. Clearly, she was throwing shade at one of the other housewives. She says she likes all of them, but there's one that's not necessarily working for her check yet. Look, it's too early. Some people need to warm up to each other. You guys just started filming, what, 2-3 weeks? Probably in your 3rd week of filming. I don't want to hear another. Bravo, put an embargo on Atlanta. We don't need to hear anything. And Andy Cohen says, oh, I love what's happening in Atlanta. It's 3 weeks. This is why people don't trust you, Andy, when you say the things that you say. That's probably why you look the way that you look in this damn article picture. Just be quiet. We'll believe it when we see it. People will show up for Atlanta no matter how they've been hating on it. Okay? And Amara says, but is delinquent on child support? Yikes. In regards to that man, the pillar of the community. All right. Claire says, Portia needs to shut the F up about filming. I agree. I agree. Destiny says, you didn't talk about Dubai. Yes, we did. We did a whole recap yesterday. Destiny, where you been? We talked about Real Housewives of Dubai yesterday. I don't have any new news to talk about Dubai, do I? I see a lot of you liked the first episode. I think because I saw it at BravoCon and I watched it since BravoCon like two more times or 3 more times. I think I was out of it by the time I did the recap on it. Cause I was like, I've seen this already. But look, I'm looking forward to see the other episodes. Apparently they have, I think like 14, 15 episodes this season. So if you missed my recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai, go check that out here on the channel. I also recapped Real Housewives of New Jersey yesterday. Be sure to check that out. I also did some short form content on TikTok. And if you missed it this morning, we dropped the video talking about Netflix's cult documentary, Dancing for the Devil. All right. Thank you guys so much for all the likes and all the shares. As you can see behind me, for those that are watching this on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, we are celebrating Pride. Our Pride merch is available on our houseofkempire.com merch website. So be sure to check that out. And we are raising money for the center here in New York City this month. We're trying to get to $2,500 here. 100% of your donation goes to the charity. Thanks to YouTube giving for that. So you'll see that somewhere for the replay crew around here. But for those that are watching now, go give it. No donation is small. Please help us get to our $2,500 donation before the end of Pride Month. Shout out to all of you guys. Again, also Juneteenth merch is available on our merch website as well. And as Danielle said, a very important cause that we're trying to raise money for. More information on how you can help the homeless women of the DMV area. More information on that is available in the description. Live chat, it's pinned to your comment section there. Shout out to all of you watching on Twitch, Twitter, and behind the scenes here on TikTok. We appreciate you guys being here for Tuesday Takeover. I will see you in the next one. Oh, sidebar, speaking of Dubai, they won't be on Sundays anymore. They'll be back. They'll be on Tuesdays. So the next episode will be on June 11th. June 11th. All right. All right. Don't forget, guys, KEMPIRE After Dark is coming back to New York City on June 21st. Go get your tickets. It's going to be a fun show, and I'm going to talk about everything and everyone. All I can't say here, I'm going to say there. All right. So go get your tickets if you haven't already. Head on over to the description for more details. I'll be in Boston the following week, June 27th, then Nashville, July 11th, Atlanta, July 12th. Go get your tickets. Let's sell these shows out and show people the power of our community. All right? All right. I'll see you guys then. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I will see you this week. Look, I don't know when. Thursday maybe, because we got to talk about the Valley and probably some more hot topics. All right. Bye, y'all.
It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, will you hold it aside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it aside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, will you hold it aside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it aside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. Way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go.